they are involved. So if you are looking for why Iroboye is never going to lead any protest against APC, now you have your answer. You get it? You don't get it, forget about it. No joke, for real. They are gang of criminals.
Pastor, pastor, our mojo sticker ló show wa. Àṣé kò rí pé orí wa ti burú. Ìwọ má dira o, ìpápá ẹ̀dá rin. Jẹ́ ká máa Bible tó ń jẹ. Ó jẹ́ gbé sàgbétò àbí kò gbẹ́rì tí kò gbé tí a fẹ́ jókòó tẹ̀ rà. Gbẹ́rì tí bá yọ píù. Àwòyí àárín. Ó mọ̀ wípé wà nínú Bible pé ìgbà tó fẹ́ mú Jésù kọjá ní àárín òun ògèrí Jésù. Kí ni Jésù lò? Àfẹ́ rí ló lò. Ìwọ má dira ayé bàjẹ́.
Straight up. You get that now? So if you look at it, yeah, the guy in DSS, Ajayi, is also RCCG pastor. I don't know all their names like that. So you get only just the one that comes to my head. I was just like, yeah, that one too, that one too, that one too, that one too. You saw the evil happening to Nigeria, RCCG of Iroboye, Redeemed Christian Church of God in Nigeria. They are contributing steady to the destruction of Nigeria. If you are a member of RCCG, because some of you are actually zombies anyway. So what's the point? Except for the few who have, probably know better than they either just cashing out and living off the old scam. This is why they will tell you to keep praying for that contraption. Because if anything happens to APC, maybe, just maybe, RCCG will be sorely affected. About RCCG, Lordship political branch, why are you looking at me like that? Auntie, why are you looking at me like that? 2023, they thought that they could push for, they thought Pastor Ruga was going to be the APC candidate. True story. They also pretend she. I'm sorry, we don't change you see me. Because no store do you think I'm making that up? They set up a political wing. They wrote a circular to all their branches and told them to set up a political wing. That would have been the campaign organ for Pastor Ruga. And guess what? This political wing they set up in RCCG, they were actually preaching that people should get ready to go and support Pastor Ruga. They thought Pastor Ruga would be the APC candidate. When Pastor Ruga didn't become the candidate, surprisingly, RCCG political wing, they disappear, Anisha. One son you don't binu don't angry me. Don't angry me. Because it's true. So it has nothing to do with you and your faith, okay? No. I respect your faith, okay? You're a Christian and all of fine. But RCCG is evil. And the reason why they are evil. And I am not here to debate it too. Because soon you're going to start telling me how you are giving people food and what have you again. No. I'm talking about the reason why you have a lot of people to use as your testimony of giving food is because RCCG and this bunch of criminals, right? They have succeeded in destroying Nigeria. When they were mentioning APC, I mention RCCG. RCCG. It's just I don't feel any kind of that power. Because if I have such kind of like executive power, any believe I'm will live out like that. So going forward, here is Abure, Judas Abure in Abuja yesterday. So he says he's not really giving up anytime soon. He said that Obi and his team, they came to come and send him away from his party. That is a shocker that the people they toiled and sweated for and bled for, that they nearly lost their lives for, are now the ones who are coming after them, referring to the court case that removed him as a chairman. He's still parading himself as their chairman, though. So in Abuja yesterday, he sent a sort of like a coded message to Ireti Kingibe, that this time they are not going to give her any ticket. There is not going to be automatic ticket for this and that. I want you to listen to this, okay? He challenged anybody, anyone that can come out with evidence that they gave them money or gave him money or gave party money during that 2023 charade. I want you to listen to it, right? Then I'll be back.
We will give you that privilege to nominate for us. I want to say that I am immensely grateful to members of this party for the solidarity, for the prayers, and for the support. What people try to do to us is what would have made some people to sleep and not to wake up. There are some people who are shockers to us. The people that we never believed will behave the way they are behaving to us. We lay down our lives for some of them. And I will say it openly. We rejected billions of naira. We rejected offers because of their position. But today, they are in the forefront of those that want to throw us out of office. And I want to challenge them. I was watching television. I heard some of them talk about corruption. Today, I want to challenge all of them, from Peter Obi down that contested the election. Let any of them come out and tell the world what they gave to me personally or to the party. It's not to go and hide and be saying there is corruption in the party. Who are those that brought the money? Who did they give it to? Where did they send it to? I challenge them today that any of them that has evidence, even if they don't have evidence, let them be bold and come out and say where and how they gave the money. And if they can't do that, let them forever hold their peace. And what I'm saying now, I'm going to call a world press conference and publicly challenge them. You know, as a leader, we have been quiet to say probably they are making mistake. Probably one day they will come back. When people were talking about agents, about money for agents, I kept quiet. I didn't say anything because I believe that both the bad, the good, and the ugly are for me. And therefore, I should not throw away the bad child or throw away the ugly child. I believe that let all of us be together. That was why I kept quiet. But when I saw that some people were crossing their boundaries, I came out and released a periphery of what played out. And I'm sure that by now, that house is no longer together as it is. I'm waiting for them. I'm waiting from them, from top to bottom, to make any other move. And I will open my mouth. And when I open my mouth, wherever they go to, they will be like smelling egg, rotten egg, that nobody will ever buy. I want to conclude on the basis of what Obika said, finally. I accept that we have prodigal sons. But it must follow certain procedure. Because even the Bible makes it very clear that there is no forgiveness without repentance, without restitution, and so on and so forth. And this time we are wiser. You see that free one when we use 30,000 do for hall, 30,000 naira. and gala and no water will not happen again. And I'm sure that's why they don't know the value. This time around, they will sweat very well to get it. So that they will come to appreciate you, appreciate us. Because today, we have no value for what we did for them. Look at the governor that is jumping like crickets from one point to another point. Nothing. We didn't collect a dime from him. I challenge him. If he gave anybody a dime, let him come out and publish it. Let him come out and say so. We believe that we wanted to make the difference in politics. And so we allowed everybody to run. When I met him in Transcorp, he was asking me, Chairman, what do I do for you? I say nothing. Put your money together and use it for election. I challenge him. If it's a lie, let him come out and say so. We supported them, but today, the party have no 1,000 naira. Quote me, 1,000 naira from many of them. Not from the governor elected that we have suspended now, nor the senators, nor even the House of Rep members. Nothing. We have nothing to show. Apart from some few of them, and I will mention them. Chinedu Obika, Etana Bene, and some of them.
The first one, you didn't receive any money from them. We did not receive 1,000 naira from any of them, except for few of them. Obi Ogene, Ghana Ogene, except for some of them. Abure I don't know how to put it. I mean, I do not understand the desperation of wanting to remain when obviously, right, you're not really wanted. Anyway, it is there, so I'm not going to dabble into that per se, right? Because to him, this is how they do it, right? This is how they do their thing. And if anybody is not comfortable with that, he would have to be the one to leave us. So maybe Obi and his obedience should possibly be looking beyond the Labour Party. I think they asked Obi, by the way, they asked him something similar about, coalition with all this mess in your Labour Party and all of that. Are you looking beyond Labour Party? Would you be part of any coalition to start a new party back in Cambridge? This was his response. Watch.
If you look at Nigeria today, Africa in general, there's need for alliances. There's need to come together and everything. But I always say, let's have alliances. Let's have all of us coming together against poverty, against hunger, against insecurity, and there's people who are thinking along the same line. We can no longer have coming together or forming alliances to continue the crime scene. It must be alliances to dismantle where we find ourselves today and start building a nation that will benefit everybody, especially the poor. And if that is working, of course, there's so many people who think like that. People knew or are aware of our problems, and now we will come together, we can solve that. And there are things that you can see, you can feel it, that people want to do the right thing. And I can tell you, I always tell people, those who want to do the right thing are far greater than those who are doing the right thing. But you know what happens that when you want to bring a change, it has happened to me as a state governor. You have for enemy all those who live up the old order because they want to gang together. And then you have those who don't believe whether you will succeed. So they don't want to take risk with you because they tell you, you're going to do this I see that even every day. People say, oh, they're going to kill you. This thing you're doing is wrong. This thing you're doing is not. Like when I was impeached, people say, oh, is that you're going back for impeachment? You have to stop doing things the way you used to do it. You cannot question everything. You cannot question that. But I always tell people, last year, 2023, when I was contesting for election for the office of the president, my head of service then, a very, I don't know how to describe her, very, very well educated lady, wrote a topic. I think she passed through Cambridge. He wrote an article which he said, I wrote an article which he wrote, it titled Stinginess as a development strategy. And people who read it said, because when I came, everyone said, oh, he's stingy, oh, he's doing this, because I kept saying, why are we doing this? No, we can't continue this. We don't have money for this. Why would Governor of Anambra State have a lodge in Abuja? No, we don't live in Abuja, so we have to shut it down. And he's doing like that. Why are we going to have an office in Lagos? Why are we going to have presidential lodge? The president doesn't live there. So why are we going to do that? Shut it down. Why are we going to have this and all that? And everybody quarreled with it. I said things that I think you don't even like. Why are we going to have office of first lady? Nobody voted my wife. My wife, two of us live in the same house. So we're not going to create an office for her. Because what is the office going to do? I want to have people to advise her on different, what are they advising her on? So, but it worked. Because we didn't have the money to sustain that rascality. So we shut it down. Initially it was difficult. People were questioning it. People were saying no to it. But when they started seeing us clearing backlog of debts, pension, everything, they knew, okay, this money we're saving here, we're putting it here. And people could see it. And that goes with what happens even with government. If you say, okay, we're no longer going to have this, say subsidy, where are we investing what we used to have here? Once people can see that, okay, because maybe I removed this, we're going to use it to pursue insecurity, we're going to use it in agriculture, we're going to use it to do this, people will go with you. But when you say, stop this one, and you don't see where it's going, they say, I have a problem.
Right. Peter Obi. So his talking point is the practicability of his idea is what attracts people to him. Do you understand? Like, you may have your own other observation of him, but the reason why a lot of people kind of get attracted to him, do you understand, is because his ideas, right? The practicability of his ideas. And he is not somebody like Mayegu, who has never held any public office. So I have never been tried. So he uses himself at a small space where he was the executive for a period of time. He was using himself. What the ideas that he's telling you is used them before, and he believes that they can be applied, in a larger form, and it will make the same impact. So this is what attracts a lot of people to him, as much as some others are feeling like he's not utilizing the potential of that acceptability enough to mount pressure on those who seems to not have any care in the world, whether people die or they live. As long as they have the power, they don't care. So they should use it even further to save the people. I mean, if you have a working system, a working country, right? The safest place to possibly be would be around the security agents, right? Now, here is a story of somebody who was traveling in this dangerous Nigeria right now, where you just don't know who is who. I mean, a group of criminals put on uniforms and pretended to be security agents and mounted the roadblock on the road, collecting money from travelers. Now, in a working system, right, you would possibly want to run to the police if you see them in the middle of the night or at night, right? That's not the story of this